Change News.
This is Voice of Change Radio News. Good day, I'm Amanda Kumalo. A quick look at stories making the headlines. ZEC wins court case against Harare North MP Allan Markham. In business news, RBZ governor sheds more light on economic sanctions. In regional and international news, 2 dead, 16 hurt in a train accident in Egypt. In sports, Ngezi Platinum loan out 3 players to Triangle. For this and other stories in detail, Harare North legislator Allan Markham's efforts of compelling the Zimbabwe Electoral Commission to release the electronic voters roll suffered a major setback after the case was dismissed by the High Court. Markham took ZEC to court during the last quarter of 2022 demanding the provision of the voters roll in the electronic format, alleging that the 58 days ZEC said it needed to produce a printed copy was excessive. The case was dismissed by the High Court Judge Neva Katio, citing database security concerns as well as basing on the fact that the applicant had not exhausted all the available legal remedies since he approached the High Court whilst he was in the midst of negotiations with ZEC, which violated the legal doctrine of ripeness. The Harare Mayor Councillor Jacob Mafumi has concurred that the City Council has adversely failed to promote quality service delivery in line with its mandate. He echoed these sentiments yesterday following a meeting held with the Zinara board member, Dr. George Manyaya. The council has been sleeping on duty as noted by the bad state of roads in most residential areas, rampant water shortages, bursting sewer pipes, as well as its inaction towards refuse collection. Moving on to business news. Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe Governor Dr. John Mangunja yesterday reiterated that Zimbabwe was under a punitive regime of economic sanctions which have handicapped the movement of funds and trading capabilities for more than 20 years now. He further stressed out that as a result of the economic sanctions, the Zimbabwean banking sector lost a number of corresponding banking relationships through de-risking as a result of the OFAC sanctions. Now in news beyond our borders, a passenger train derailed on Tuesday in Cairo, killing at least 2 people and injuring further 16. Egyptian authorities said at least 20 ambulances were dispatched to the scene and the injured transferred to a nearby hospital. A ministry statement said the injured were in a stable condition. And finally in sports, Ngezi Platinum has loaned 3 of their players, Tapiwas Banda, Ario Makope and Wayne Makuba, to Triangle. The trio joined their new teammates in the Loveld last week. That brings us to the end of this bulletin.
Voice of Change News.